There's going to be 4 areas that we'll start. So let's go ahead and get started. This is the official beginning. So welcome to our 90 Days to Better Ways live stream. And hopefully you all had the chance to print this off. Again, I do have it in the files section of the Sweat Life with Coach Sarah. It is a Facebook group. So please come join it. I have fun challenges. I give away a prize every month. Oh, the January prize. Oh my gosh, you guys, I don't think I've ever been this stoked about a journal. Look how amazing this is. It's so fun. It's like very like shiny. So I grew up loving Lisa Frank, and this is like all things Lisa Frank basically. But it's really like, I don't know, I want to say like, you know, yeah, your personality determines your reality. So it goes into the scientific, which I like. I like to nerd out about certain things. Your vibration frequency determines what you manifest. So it's kind of like helps you to, you know, go into this area of your life where you're just like open and accepting, and you're not going to take offense to things. You're going to realize like any struggle is more of a lesson to be learned, and you're almost thankful for it. You know, I think too often we get so, you know, overwhelmed by the things that go wrong that's all we see, and then that's all we're looking for. So again, it solidifies like all that we see. But if we can look at the bigger picture, if we can kind of just break down the things that are, you know, a struggle, and just focus on small tasks at hand, and start to give ourselves like, you know, that courage and confidence to take action without a fear of judgment, without a fear of failing. You know, I think that does take time, and it does take consistency. But again, opening your eyes up to this, and even just being on this call today, like this is a good step in that direction, because it's going to help you to have the type of mindset that it takes to not only get excited on January 1st, but also to get excited on May 15th, right? Like I want you to have this like momentum that builds, and that's what this is all about, okay? And actually, this is 90 Days to Better Ways. I'm going to do this quarterly. So you're going to see it 4 times over the next year, because I really want to focus on these specific goals with you guys, so that way you can reflect, see what went right, see what went wrong, but also kind of like learn from those mistakes. So, and it's not really mistakes, it's life, right? If it was perfect all the time, we wouldn't even realize it was perfect. We wouldn't have that gratitude for when things did go right. So it's all a part of the journey. So yeah, it was so good to build those vision boards. I know I had so much fun with you guys, building those. So yeah, if we have some time, I'm going to show you guys my vision board that I've not yet finished. Actually it's from last year, but I'm going to take some of those things and probably add on different things. So I'll give you guys some inspo for that as well. But this mainly is going to be covering this right here. So if you guys are good with that, and hopefully you're on your computer, because then that way you can also have different tabs that are open. So I'm going to go into Twitch real quick and show you guys the link. So it's a view only link, so then you can also see it a little bit better. So if that's helpful, then maybe open this from your computer so you can have another tab open, or you can watch from your phone and then work on your computer. So there's always the options there to do this on your computer as well. And then that way you can really have the visualization, you know, right there. So let me go to the chat, and I'm just gonna add this into here. Let's see, here is the chat. And does that Facebook link work? Nice. Oh, thank you, Eddie. Woo! Oh my goodness, that was loud. Aubrey. Oh, thanks so much, girl. Wait, I can't see what it says. Aubrey tapping something. Thank you, Aubrey. Maybe she followed me. But I appreciate it. Thanks for being here, you guys. That's so sweet. Oh yeah, if you want, on Streamlabs, I think that thing posted up, but you can subscribe to Twitch for free if you have an Amazon Prime account, which is awesome, because then that way you don't get any ads. And it does give me like a couple $1 kickback too, so it's always appreciated. But if you just want to be here to, you know, to lurk, to follow, to subscribe, whatever it is, I so appreciate you being here and taking the time for this. So let's go ahead and get started. So this is 90 Days to Better Ways. So we're going to start with that first. Okay. So this is let's see, our very first page. Let's just go back up to it. So you can kind of see it right here, manifest guide, going through relationships. Pick a relationship you would like to improve this month. It could be a family member, significant other, or a new friend you would like to spend more time with. And then we'll also go into health, which is in this part. Think big and small goals, okay? Again, those will add up. We also have passion, or actually wealth, and then I think passion is what it ends with. Wealth is, it can be an area where you want to focus on saving money and creating financial freedom for you and your family. So we'll kind of go over maybe some tips and tricks and ideas for that, you're definitely more than welcome to share here. This is a sharing place. And passion. This photo, oh my gosh, I love it. This photo was taken in Spain, actually. Eddie took this when we were climbing a mountain. I'm not even sure what city that is, but I bet my sister and Aubrey, my niece, they might know where that was. I can't remember. It's where we went hiking with Brian and Noelia. But it says you're passionate, you're fun, you're creative, so it's time for you to fill up your cup. And maybe it's a hobby, DIY project, writing, or art. For you, this could mean time in nature, planning a fun weekend, hiking trip. Let's look at something fun to do that you can look forward to and make it happen. So that's what we want to focus on over the next 90 minutes, maybe an hour. We'll see how long it takes us. So this first one, it says relationships. So this is going to be, this first area. And it says, I'm thankful for this relationship I currently have in my life. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys write in here. And then we'll kind of go through these together. So this part, I think it's important to spend at least a couple minutes on this, and then I'll kind of go through everything else. Let's see. I'm assuming you can pitch that. Yeah, it was good to build those vision boards to see our goals. Aw, yeah, seriously. Okay, sorry, I think I read that a little bit late. So let's go ahead and open that up to relationships. And I think I have these out of order, but that's okay. Health, wealth, passions. I think we printed off 2 of these. That's so funny. I think this one might be in order. Okay. So again, that first question, I'm thankful for this relationship I currently have in my life. It can be 1 relationship. It can be 2 relationships. Let's just focus on what that person means to you and maybe why you're thankful for that person. So go ahead and let's see here. We're going to go ahead and post the Canva link. Copy. I don't know if I finished posting that or not. I don't think I did. All right, for whatever reason, I can't share the Canva. Oh, wait, there we go. Okay. So that Canva link will open up and it'll take you to the actual document as well. So you can see it a little bit better. But if you can see this, go ahead and just start with me. I'm setting a timer just for 3 minutes. Thank you, Jared. Oh, the white part I can't see. Oh, you just subscribed. Oh, thank you so much. That means so much to me, Jared. Thank you. Got about 1 minute left, you guys. Okay, we're gonna stop right there. Yeah, and I want you to, we will always start with each one as an appreciation, because I just want to say appreciation appreciates. As far as, you know, the more that we can think about the things that we are grateful for, the more we are going to see them come into our lives. So I did call this a manifest guide because we want to manifest like a positive, happy, fulfilled life. And I think just starting with that appreciation, hopefully some people stood out to you, even if it was one relationship. I also should have said the relationship I currently have in my life that I'm grateful for. This could also mean, and even these next questions, maybe what you want to do is improve the relationship that you have with a significant other, or it could also be something where you want to improve the relationship that you have with yourself. You know, that could also be an option. I'm just gonna see here real quick. It says I'm not live anymore. I'm not sure what happened, so let me double check this. Last live just now. Huh. Stream is gone. Oh no. I don't know what happened. Oh, that's too bad. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, I don't hear anything. Okay. Let me see. Give me 1 minute. Do I have to refresh? Okay, we're back. Still says 0 viewers. Sorry.
That's right.
Are we sleeping?
Yeah, I was laying down.
Oh, you're laying down upstairs?
Mm-hmm.
See, it says live,
Right.
but then last seen live just
Okay,
now.
well, then let's just end the stream and restart.
Oh, okay. So you could hear me the whole time while I was talking too?
I couldn't hear, but I think because you had gone too far from here.
Oh, okay, because it still says 0 viewers.
Okay, well, we just went live again. So.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
And this isn't always accurate.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So, because it says 2 over there on that one. So.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Sorry, babe. Thank you. So if that happens again, just end the stream and click go live again. Okay. All right, I'll do that. Thanks, babe. All right, guys, we're gonna see if I came back. I'm not sure what the deal was. Oh. Hey guys, sorry. I don't even know if you can hear me because I'm not even seeing myself on this. I see the chat, but I don't see my stream. Oh, I am? Okay. Thanks, babe. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know why I just disconnected, but it did. That's okay. It happens. Oh, Batman, you are fine. Shh. You're all right. Hey, Harvey. Sorry, guys. There she is. I'm back. All right, good deal. Sorry about that. No idea why it just cut out like that. So, okay, now I see it. We're good to go now. Welcome back to the stream. So, we're just going to pick up where we left off, which was I was saying if you want to improve a relationship, maybe it has to do with, somebody you're close with, somebody you're not as close with. Maybe it is a coworker, family member, significant other, but it could also be a relationship with yourself. So in that context, maybe, especially if you feel like you put yourself down a lot, maybe you feel like you're really judgmental of yourself. This could be a part that you really want to focus on treating yourself with love, respect, and you want to be the type of person that you wished other people they treated you that same way. And so I'm gonna kind of go through these questions with you guys and just take like maybe a minute for each one. So I'll ask it, we'll answer. I'll ask it, we'll answer. I'll ask it, we'll answer. So if that's okay, we'll go through this together. So this first question, you can kind of see it here. It says, I want to improve my relationship with, and this is where you can write that. So write that person's name. If you want to leave a code in case somebody else finds this guide, you can definitely do that too. Yeah, so let's just start with that first. And, I don't know if you can see that. I want to improve my relationship with, I think I was in the way. So, all right, go ahead and write that down. All right. And you don't have to share if you don't want to. And I might not even end up sharing as well just because, I feel like that's why I'm going to leave it blank. I mean, actually, I wrote down someone's name, but like I said, I want you guys to not feel like you have to share this with me. But also, I want to keep like my own goals and visions somewhat private. In other ways, maybe I'll share. But anyway, so that's that first question. Next question, who do I need to become in order to care better for this person? So what type of person would act in a certain way? Like, is that person, who you're acting like who do you want to become in this? In this relationship with this other person or in this relationship with yourself? Who do you have to become? Is it somebody more trustworthy? Is it somebody who is, trustworthy as in like staying true to their word, showing up when they say they're going to show up? Is this person somebody who, starts to think of them before they think of other people, right? Like maybe it's being more proactive in thinking, okay, what's the best case scenario for this person, or how would this person be, feel that love. So go ahead and talk about who you would like to become to take better care for this person in your life. Okay. And then we'll go into the next question. It says, what will I do to strengthen this relationship? Sorry, I want to make sure I can see this. I have to move this over. Sorry, my tab is blocking it a little bit. Okay. Okay, yeah, to strengthen this relationship. So 5 love languages. Now, actually, I've talked about this in the past before, where I said, in order to really love someone, we might not necessarily know their love language, so it's important that we kind of understand what those 5 love languages are, because somebody might interpret love in a deeper connection if we use like their specific love language. So those 5 love languages are touch, words of affirmation, quality time, acts of service, and gifts. So of those 5 love languages, you might notice that even if you are doing something and that person isn't reciprocating it as much as you thought maybe they would appreciate that, it's not because they're not appreciative of it. It's because it's maybe not on their top 1 or 2 love language lists. I hope that makes sense. So I think it's just super important to like look at those. So again, if you want to write that down, so again, I'm going to write down and maybe give an example. Touch, what would that look like? What would that feel like? What action is happening? Quality time. Maybe planning a trip with this person. Words of affirmation. Giving compliments. Acts of service. Maybe cleaning the kitchen without complaining. No. That's just an idea. And I'm talking to myself in this. I'm like, I need to just do certain things. And then gifts is another one. Now, if your relationship that you wanted to improve is a relationship with yourself, again, this is super, super important to look at these 5 love languages and practice those things. I was talking to somebody else about it because I think when we put so much into, really seeking validation from others to fill our own ego, to fill our own cup, like that is going to run out. And as much as you think if this person just loves me or this person just, accepts me for who I am, then I'll be happy. That's not true, because that's an internal like decision that you have to make for yourself. And I think like if you really struggle with that, this relationship should probably be you. And I want to say this because in all of these ways, think about it. Touch. Maybe you need to go book a massage. Maybe you need to go, take a bubble bath. Like do something physically that just feels good for you. Think about quality time. Maybe it's saying no to hanging out with a group of friends that you feel like they just kind of drain you, or you feel like it takes a lot of energy for you to go and do something, right? But maybe you need quality time for you to like dive into a good book, go out in nature, have quality time with yourself rather than having so many distractions from everyone else or everything else. Okay. Another one, words of affirmation. Now you can journal. I mean, that's what we're doing right here, right? You can journal, you can write on Post-its, put it on your mirror. Start to just take time to appreciate the things about you that you do appreciate. Again, I started this off with appreciation appreciates. And that just means that when you start to show yourself love and you're looking for ways to show yourself love, that starts to become a pattern in your mind. Instead of always thinking negatively about yourself, you're starting to think, okay, words of affirmation, like, you know what? No, I really do love my sense of humor, like, or I really do love my sense of style, or I really love, the way my eyes look, maybe you got it from a parent, or you're just noticing these things about you, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Maybe it's your drive to do a good job in things, appreciate that about yourself. Acts of service. This is funny. Actually, my desk isn't too bad, but here's an example for an act of service. You want to do a good job with your work or whatever it is, but you're just so distracted because whatever is in your surroundings is also jumbling your mind. And I mean that by here's an example. Like my desk was so messy and I'm like trying to work and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's such a mess. So I'd kind of clean up a little bit and then I'd stop and get distracted doing other things and then I'd go back and start cleaning a little bit. And then I realized like, wow, it was like if I just gave myself the act of service of cleaning my desk in service towards better self-care for myself, emotionally especially, I realized like just taking that extra 20, 30 minutes to really have a safe place where I felt comfortable, where I felt at peace. Like that was an act of service that I did to help myself feel better. And I loved Eddie had told me before. He goes, "You should just do that whatever it was I was complaining about not doing, that I was like I just need to get that done." He's like, "You should just make future Sarah happy by just doing it right now." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh. Like that's so profound, Eddie." And I was like, "That makes so much sense. Like what could you do that you don't want to do? Granted, nobody wants to clean, right? But if you can wrap your mind around it, like I'm gonna make future Sarah feel better. I'm gonna make future Jared appreciate this. I'm gonna make future Stacy happy that she did this hard thing right now. You know, what is it that you could do in that act of service that's gonna show you self-love? And then gifts. Yeah, talk about retail therapy. Not blowing your money on a whole bunch of stuff, but gift giving something for yourself. What is it that you've accomplished in the last month or 6 months or a year that you're like, you know what, I never really celebrated that. And I feel like celebrating that with a new outfit or with going and buying myself a massage, right? Like those two gifts could go hand in hand. So anyway, sorry, this was very long-winded, but I just wanted to really touch base on, and give you guys some ideas on what that looks like for yourself. Because filling your own cup is so, so important, okay? And you can kind of bounce around with this. It doesn't always have to be, that person, but maybe make a note like, okay, maybe this person would appreciate that. So maybe make a note about something pertaining to that person. But if this is about you, let it be about you. What does that look like? So go ahead and take a minute. What will I do to strengthen that relationship? So go ahead and answer that. Okay. I think I'm going to stop right there. Hopefully you guys had some ideas for that love language. And how is this going to happen? So where will this happen? So you're going to strengthen that relationship. Maybe just pick one. But you could also pick the one that stands out the most and then have a wing, have a main thing that you're going to do this month and then a secondary thing that you also want to do. So try to pick at least two things from that. How will I strengthen that relationship? What action am I going to take on that? Is it over the phone? Is it spending quality time with the person? A get together, a weekend trip? You can decide what that looks like. And maybe it's talking to the person, figuring out what you want to do. But at least make a time for that. So go ahead and write down something that stands out. Okay, this can kind of go right into the next one. So when will this happen and how often? So again, those one or two things that you wanna focus on. When will that happen, and again, how often? So you can be specific on that one as well. And then the next one, why is this important that I strengthen my relationship? I know it kind of sounds redundant, but I think it's important that we do touch on that. If we don't remember why we're doing something, sometimes we don't think it really matters. So yeah, why? Why is it important that you strengthen this relationship? And then obviously, how will this relationship improve over time? The last question. Okay, I think that's gonna be it for the relationships part. Remember, you guys can always come back to this. Now, and I do recommend that you do keep, you stay this stays with you. Maybe not at all times, but somewhere safe, somewhere where you can come back. Because what I want you to do is go ahead and open up your phone and look out from the date. What is today? So it'll be close to January. Let's just see. January 30th. So it's the 31st. So that's what? Why not? We'll do it on the 31st. Now we're not going to get together, but I want you to be able to take the time to reflect on where you're at. So, and if you're like, you know what, I know my weeknights are going to be crazy. So, you know, even for me, I'm going to reflect on the last Sunday of the month. So that's going to be the day that I look at and kind of reflect on my past month, because usually Sunday I go into kind of planning my week, which is going to ultimately go into planning my month for February. So January 28th is when I'm going to set my timer for, and it's going to go off Sunday at, I know at 11 a.m. I can commit some time to doing this. So January reflections. So I'm going to be able to come back and go to this page right here, and I'm going to reflect. Okay? And I want you to set it for the next 3 months. Okay? So January reflections. I'm going to save this. I'll just call it reflections. Actually, I'm going to call mine manifest reflections, or actually 90 days reflections. It'd be more like 30-day reflection, really. But we'll do this, save it here. I'm going to say save another time for February. I'm going to look at, I was going to say the 25th would be the last Sunday of February. So I'm going to also do that for, let's just go with the 11 a.m. Oops, I did not copy the right thing. Actually, I'll just call it Manifest 2024. All right, so I have it saved for that date. And then the last one, I'm going to do it for March. End of March would be, oh, look at that, Sunday the 31st. And then Monday, guess what? Well, that's kind of fun. We'll start a new, what is the date? Saturday. If we could do the 30th. We might even do another call on our next 90 days. Would probably be that weekend. So let's just see the reflections. Might even do it on that 30th, March 30th. So save the date. Okay, we're gonna put it out there that we might come back together for this, maybe even a little bit earlier. So Jared's not staying up till midnight. But so yeah, I'm gonna save that. Actually, I'll save it for that Sunday, just so I can remind myself. And I'll save that for Manifest 2024. Okay. So this will kind of coincide with everything that we're doing in all areas, okay? So at the top, though, it does say relationships for this one. So again, you'll just be going through here, those 3 parts, and keep it with you. So guys, we're done with 1. I know that took a little bit longer, but we're going to go through. Oh, thank you so much. Oh gosh, it's underneath the white. I cannot read that at all. It says XX Gibby Gamings. Thanks for saying hi. I don't know if that was a follow or what, but thank you. I so appreciate it. So welcome to my stream. My name is Sarah, aka your sweaty bestie. So we're just going through our Manifest 2024 guide. And I did post the Canva link in the chat. So if you guys click on that, it will take you to this right here. So we're going to move on to our next part. Like I said, the relationships, we saved it on our phones. Hopefully you did this with me. Put an alarm. The last Sunday of every month is when you want to reflect on your January recap, February recap, March recap, and you want to be open and honest and reflect on what went right and what you can learn from and do better the next month, right? And this is not a place of judgment. It's just a place to kind of understand, like, okay, you know what? I didn't really make time for that. How am I going to make this happen? how am I going to hold myself more accountable, right? Okay, so we're going to move on to health. So this one says, I'm thankful for what my body can currently do. Oh, thank you so much. Oh my word, I can't even read it. Sorry, guys. It's like right on the words. Thank you for being here. Real Deal 43, thanks for being here. It was a follow. Thank you, Gibby. Welcome to the chat, and thanks for being here, you guys. So yeah, we are going through our Manifest 2024 guide right now. So if you're following along with us, the Canva link, it will take you to a document, and you can do this alongside me, or that's why I'm sharing my screen here too. But we're just going through goal setting for 2024 together, and I'm going to do this every 90 days. So yeah, feel free to come back again in March, come back again in, I don't know, every 90 days, whatever that is. I can't think right now. But this part, we're moving into health. So let's go ahead and just take, I'm gonna let you write a little bit longer than a minute. I'm gonna set the timer again for 3 minutes for this one. And it says, I am thankful for what my body can currently do. Again, if you don't have this, it's okay. You can write these questions on a journal and just keep this journal with you, so you can reflect on it and kind of see where you're at. So let's go ahead and start this. Again, I'm thankful for what my body can currently do. Again, appreciation appreciates. So when we start to have a little bit more gratitude for what we can do, it allows us to also want to continue to do better out of love, not out of a hate for ourselves, but out of love. So if you're ready, let's go ahead and get started. 3 minutes on the clock. All right, guys. This alarm is going off in 5 seconds. All right, so we're going to go into this first question. It says, I want to improve my health by, and it's pretty open to interpretation. So maybe it's by a specific strength thing. Maybe it's a health ailment that you're going through. I know for me, I'm looking at that like, yep, I need to, sorry if this is TMI, but I have fibroids. And I actually just last night ordered, my friend had sent me a moonshine goddess drink. And it's basically apple cider vinegar, um, was it ginger and stevia drops, and that you take a liter of water. I think it said ginger. Actually, I don't think I ordered the ginger. I might need to look that up. Anyway, so you sip it, the liter of it throughout the day, and she said drink this every day for 2 weeks. She goes, trust me, it's gonna change your life. And I was like, okay. She's a naturopath, my friend Dr. Shannon, and I was like, you know what? I'm all about healing my body, and I just don't. Yeah, every now and then I just do not feel good. And I did go out and had I had a big margarita on Thursday night. And I usually I'm a social drinker, so usually like once a week I'll get something, not usually 32 ounces, which was a lot. So I kind of knew like, okay, it's probably going to affect me, and it definitely did. Like I felt on my right side, and I can always pinpoint where the pain is coming from, and it's just not a good feeling. So I know for my strength or my health, that's what I want to improve. Shrinking my fibroids. That's what I'm gonna write down. Again, this might be like, you want to get better at pull-ups. Maybe you want to run a 5K someday. Maybe you want to gain muscle mass. Maybe you want to lose fat mass. Maybe you want to improve a specific area. Be specific. This is your dream vision board, if that makes sense. Okay. Hopefully you wrote that down. Next question. Who do I need to become in order to take better care of myself? What type of person is going to show up and take care of you, right? Like you have to be that person. You have to be your own health advocate. And who are you when you do that? Like what's the best version of you? Like what does she say on a daily basis? Or what does he do first thing he gets up in the morning? Like what is it that, sets you up for success? Because that's the person you have to become. And it's not changing who you are. You're just allowing yourself to become a better person, really, right? A better person who takes better care of yourself. That's a good thing. Okay. Just write down a few things. I need to become somebody who becomes more consistent. All right. I'm not telling this. I've got 3 main things to work on. Hey, that's awesome, Jared. Honestly, like, I think the more, you can kind of like see where you're at, like, that's not a bad thing, honestly. Some people are like, I don't even know where to start. Like, you have 3 things, but you know what they are. I think that's a good thing to embrace that. So, yeah, go ahead and write that down, and then the next questions can kind of like, you can take a little piece off of it and just say this pertains to this or this pertains to this. And to be honest, like when you start taking better care of yourself, the byproduct of better health is going to affect all 3 of those areas most likely. So, yeah, I think that's awesome though. So thank you for sharing that. Says who is in my life to help me? Oops, sorry. Can you see that? Probably not. It says right here, who is in my life to help me to support this goal? And when will I share this goal with them? So who's this person in your life that you can be held more accountable to? Because I see it day in and day out. People fall off. I've fallen off of my own goals before. And I realize it's because I did it in secret. I didn't talk about my struggles. I didn't talk about the things that I needed to improve on. I was a closeted binge emotional eater for over a decade, and it's because I didn't talk about it. I had shame, I had guilt, I felt like nobody could relate to me. I felt like, I was in this fitness industry, but I didn't feel like I looked good enough for it, because I was a fitness instructor since 2008, and so I would just use a scale really unhealthily. And I told Eddie, when we moved from our first apartment to our second apartment, we got married in 2007. We moved to our first or second apartment in 2009, and I told him, I was like, babe, I was like, we were packing up stuff, and I was like, do you mind if I throw away this scale? And he's like, oh, well, why? And I was like, and so I did. I told him, I was like, I have this struggle. I keep weighing myself, and I've been starving myself. And it was really hard to admit that. I can't remember doing it, but I remember thinking like, I have to tell him. And I like blocked out that part because I'm like, I really don't even remember telling him, but he knew about it. And I just remember like we didn't have it in our new apartment, and it really helped me because I was using this tool. Oh my gosh, Jared, for sure. Please feel free to share. This is definitely a sharing stream. So if you guys want to share any of these goals, feel free to. Um, but yeah, at least for me, I had to confront that, but I had to be open and honest. So I relied on Eddie, and then I joined a wellness club that helped me to understand like what my body truly needed. And that it did. It took me a while to overcome binge and emotional eating. And even now, every now and then, I'll overeat, but then I realize like, okay, am I gonna judge myself for this? I was like, no, I will not judge myself for this. Like, I'm gonna live a real life, and I'm not gonna look at food as a guilt, even a guilty pleasure or shameful pleasure, because it's not. It's something that I'm grateful that I can have my taste buds, and I realize like, oh my gosh, I know I really do love and enjoy eating food, like really. But for me, I have to remind myself to slow down, to be conscious of what I'm eating, to look at my surroundings and set myself up for success. I have to really make sure that my environment is suitable for my goals. So that's something too that I think I'll go into that with you guys too. But yeah, feel free to share, Jared. Anybody else who wants to share, you're more than welcome to. So who is in my life to share this goal with me? Go ahead and write down a name or two. All right, we're gonna go into the next one. What will I do to achieve my goal this month? So yes, be specific. Talk about the things you want to work on, and then it goes into where will this happen, and when will this happen, and how often. So these next three questions, let me go back to it. What will I do to achieve my goal this month? When or where will this happen, and when and how often? So go ahead and write those down. What will I do? I've been depressioning all the bad food. Oh, that's okay, Jared. I mean, honestly, yeah. Especially this time of year, yeah, this can definitely be a difficult time. Yeah. with, especially with eating. And honestly, even just putting connotations of like good food and bad food, I think we put too much emphasis on the good and the bad. Because then when we eat bad food, what does that say about us? Does that mean that we're bad people for eating bad food? And then if we're eating good food, does that make us good people? And no, not at all. Like food is just energy. Some of it is meant to heal us, some of it is meant to harm us. And I think when we can just take a step back and kind of take a moment to ask ourselves, like, okay, is this going to harm me or is this going to heal me? And I'll be honest with you guys, I'm tracking both because I don't want to limit myself in a way that then I feel like it's a punishment for, and that's why I have to be good, right? Like I believe in this 80-20 lifestyle, which 80% of the food and the drinks in your home are healthy. 20%, not so much. And that's okay. And even that 20%, like I know for me, it can be a struggle if I have, well, White Claw, Moscato, certain like alcoholic beverages. I just feel like I start to get into a pattern where I'm drinking every day. And I'm not drinking in abundance, but I know from research and my own feeling that when I drink alcohol, I will make my fibroids grow and I will have pain when I pee. I will have pain as I'm ovulating. Sorry, this is probably TMI for the dudes in this channel, but it is what it is, right? Like we all have our different struggles and I'm just being open and honest with you guys. So even for me, I said, what will I do to achieve my goal? I'm going to drink that goddess moonshine. It's funny how it's called moonshine. And I'm trying to cut back alcohol. But it's apple cider vinegar, ginger, and it's a drink that you drink. So I'm going to drink that daily. And then I'm going to limit my social drinking to 1 time per week. And at max, 24 ounces. At max. Not the 32 like I had the other day. Oh, what happened to the music? Let's see. Let me go back here. I'm going to go back here. Oh, what did Aubrey's comments aren't showing up, but she and Kayla and I will be one another's accountability partners. Oh, good. Yeah. That's so weird. Yeah, I definitely don't see Aubrey on here at all. That's so crazy. I'm so sorry, Aubrey. I am not ignoring you. So funny. Are you on I think you have to like log into Twitch in order to comment. I don't know what the rule is. From Aubrey, feeling strong is my health goal. Kayla and I talk about how we felt strongest in summer of 2020 when we worked out consistently with you. I want to get to that feeling of consistently feeling strong. Aw, right? That was such a good, I mean, even though it was, the time of the cove, it was actually felt really good to be consistent with you ladies. Oh, there's the music. I think that's what it takes, having accountability and having people in your corner that are like, let's do this together, Yeah, that's what I'm finding too, that even just with the workouts that I post, everyone is welcome to join. It's right here on Twitch, Monday through Friday, 12:30 p.m. Eastern, which I think would be 5:30 p.m. for my Spaniard families. I already have a bad liver. And you know what? That's okay. That's something where we're going to work on it. That's why we're here. That's why we're focusing on these goals together. And kind of right in here. And this goes right into, Jared, you can actually write in, where is it? Why is it important that I improve my health? What could it enable me to do? And same thing, with you ladies, you had mentioned, your health and you felt strong. Like, why was feeling strong important to you? What did it make you feel like knowing that you accomplished something? Like, how did you feel emotionally, physically, all of it? Write that down. And why is it important to you, Jared? Why is this going to be something that you're going to commit to even when you don't feel like it, right? Like, that's the thing about, getting healthier and setting these goals. If we don't remember why we started, it's going to be hard to want to keep going, right? So again, why is this important to me? Now, so I don't know what is up with the music, you guys. All right, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and write that in there. And a lot of times our whys have to do with two things. Number one, inspiration for something better. And then number two, desperate to not repeat the past year. Like, what is it? What was a struggle? What was a time in your life that you felt really like out of control, or you felt like, man, I'm just really frustrated with the way I feel, the way I look, the way, and I don't mean that the way you look in a negative. Like, I mean, like, you know, you're healthy. You know what that feels like. You might even know what that looks like, right? And I think when we can use that inspiration for something that motivates us, but also desperate for change, that's a perfect combination. So use both of those when you write that down. Like, why is it important to you? What's your inspiration? But also, what is your desperation? What do you not want to repeat? What is it in your life that if you continue down the path that you're on, what does that lead to? What does that look like? What does that feel like? You know, I think sometimes even our generations, if you have like generational health ailments, you know, I think of like, you know, even my grandparents, you know, struggled with gout, alcoholism, diabetes, multiple heart attacks. Like, I saw a lot of struggle with my grandparents, and I'm like, man, I don't want to live that life. You know, that motivates me to not, you know, go down that same path, because, you know, we're all, yeah, some of us are predisposed, but it's also lifestyle changes that we can make can impact us solely. And it's okay, Jared, we all need the guidance, right? And I'm here for you, Jared. Like, this is what we do here together. So, and I'm proud of you for showing up, like, just being able to share and say, like, I need the guidance, and say, like, I need to do this for myself. Man, you are empowering yourself. So take advantage of that. Like, feel that in your soul. Like, you are crying out for help, right? Like, listen to yourself. And even when it comes to relationships, maybe that, go back to writing that out. Like, what's that relationship with yourself look like? What's that feel like? How are you going to treat yourself with kindness, with love, with respect? Because all of that will play into this next year. And I have faith in you. Anybody that shows up to a call like this, come on. You're the type of person that you want to be here for a reason, right? You want to take action. You want to have an amazing 2024. So use that, right? Okay. So, how will I feel when I take the time to do this for me? So that kind of coincides with what I just said. Well, I would feel a lot better. I would be able to do more, because I have had to cancel certain things because of my fibroids, and it just sucks because I hate being in pain. And I don't like taking pills. So I need to heal myself. But yeah, I haven't maxed out on Midol in a while, which is nice. And even yesterday I didn't take anything. I put on my essential oils and my pain lotion. And I went to bed early, took my vitamins, took my magnesium supplement that helps me sleep. And I actually felt really good when I woke up this morning. I'm like, oh my gosh, thank goodness that wasn't going to be a 2-day thing where I'm feeling pain. All right, what has derailed me in the past from doing this for myself? So this is a big one, guys. How can I avoid these obstacles, and how can I set up my environment to be suitable for my goals? What does that look like? I think a lot of us have to do with being, responsible for our kitchens, right? Being responsible for making our environment suitable for our goals. Like, what does that look like? I know for me, it's buying those products to make my goddess apple cider vinegar ginger drink. Creative, thanks for joining. I appreciate it. Thanks for being here, buddy. Yeah, how was your Christmas? Oh, I love it. You guys are all so kind to each other. I love Twitch for that reason. Definitely found some good friends through this, and so thanks for being here, you guys. Yeah, what's derailed me in the past? Derailed maybe not having what I need on hand, or handy, and what can help? And this is honestly something too where you're like, you know what? I know, let's just give an example. If you guys have your phones, alarm clocks. I know people are like, oh, I just never remember to set an alarm clock. Well, get out your phone right now and do it right now. Okay. Um, Poetic Berry says, super silly, but I literally forgot my goals. I need to have them written and posted in a prominent place so I can see them, right? Actually, right here. Speaking of your alarm, right? Like, what is that? What does that look like? What does that feel like? You know, maybe a notepad on your phone, but then also having an alarm to help encourage you to stay on task with those goals. Yeah, Jared, but also got the stomach flu. Oh no, last night. Oh, creative. I'm so sorry you're still not feeling well. I know you said you were sick over the holiday. That's no fun. Yeah, maybe this is the year that we just put it into the future. No sickness in 2024 going forward, right? Again, how are we going to set up our environment suitable for our goals? I'm actually going to set my alarm for this one because I know I need to just be consistent at taking this healthy ale, whatever it is, this healthy drink. So I'm going to set my alarm for every day at, and I need to start drinking this probably around, I have my coffee in the morning, so probably around 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Actually, I'm going to make it for 10:15 because I'm usually on a call. Start goddess juice. I'll call it juice instead of moonshine because, you know, gotta call it something else. So that's when I'm going to do this. Now, if your goal is a workout, like when can you commit to it? I mean, obviously, I always tell you guys, like, my workouts are 12:30. If it works out for you, come join at that time. Or if you're like, I'm going to watch a replay, or I'm going to go to the gym, or I've got an online thing I'm doing, whatever it is, schedule it. Okay? Have it go off. And if you have an accountability buddy, both of your alarms go off at that same time. So talk to each other, Poetic Berry and Aubrey. Oh, from Aubrey, I want to start Pilates classes at the gym, but I'm so timid because everything is in Spanish and I don't know anyone, so I'm scared of not knowing the right Spanish vocab. And not knowing anyone means not knowing who I can ask to help me understand what to do. Right? So that is definitely, I've heard this once where whatever scares you, that's the thing you have to do. Because when you do the things that scare you, it always comes back. And maybe, Aubrey, my word this past year was the word yes. And I realized looking back, like, wow, I did say yes to something that really scared me and I wasn't sure about, and I wasn't sure if that was the right thing to do. And yeah, while it scared me and I felt like a failure at times, I feel like now I'm getting the traction and momentum to like have a good 2024. You know, it's still slow. I'm just impatient. It's not slow, but for me, I like to feel confident in whatever it is that I'm doing quickly. But I also understand like that's the part of growing. That's a part of getting better at something. So just the fact that you're able to tell us this goal, Aubrey, already means you have enough confidence to do it. Because if you didn't have enough confidence to do it, you wouldn't have told us. So I believe in you, lady. I know you can do it. I think you're going to make new friends. I think you're going to have a new community of people that you just feel like a part of, and you're going to have fun. I found some of my best friends through fitness, which has been so much fun because I really feel like, you know, we have to have these communities in our life, and not just one community. I think having multiple communities of support in a positive lifestyle in multiple areas is so needed for our souls, for our spirits, for our physical bodies, for our emotional and mental health. So you can do it. I have faith in you. And when I come visit, I'll take Pilates with you. And I'll definitely not know what's going on, so you'll look good. I'll make you look good. I'll just follow you at that point. So Jared, Better Live, Care, one of yours, support Aubrey. Yeah, sending the love. But yeah, thank you for sharing that. I think you're so ready for it. I think that would be so fun. So set a timer. Go look it up. Go plan it out. And then know when the classes are going to go off so that you know, like, oh, reminder, I got to change and go to Pilates. I think that would be so fun. Let's see. 10:15. I didn't set my alarm yet, so I'm setting it right now. Oh my gosh, you guys, we're running out of time. I didn't think this would take this long, but that's okay. We're gonna move on to. Okay, I set my alarm for 10:15. Start drinking my goddess juice. By then I'll have my fiber bar because that'll feel weird on an empty stomach. So usually I have my fiber bar actually by now, but I didn't do it. So remember your recap. When those alarms go off, you're gonna go through all 4 of these. Okay, for the recap. All right, let's go to. Let's see. The next one is wealth. And it's already 10:24, so we're gonna get through these next 2 parts in like 15 minutes. So we're gonna kind of move fast, but that first 2 was super important, right? Relationship, health. I mean, these 2 are important too, so I'll just try to go through them a little bit quicker, but let's go ahead and let me scroll down. Again, save that second page so you can reflect on that with relationships or health. And this one is appreciate what I can currently afford. Again, appreciation appreciates. So what is it that you are thankful for? Sometimes we take it for granted. I mean, the fact that you probably do have something in your house to eat. Some people don't even have that luxury. Like, clean water, some of the smallest things that are not small, right? There's people out there struggling who wish they had what we had. So I think it's important that we understand, like, we have to be grateful for what it is. All right, here we go. All right, it says I want to improve my wealth by, and then how will I attract more wealth into my life? And who do I need to become in order to become better at money management? So let's just focus on 1 per minute. I want to improve my wealth by, and this can be a number for you maybe. Let's put it out there. We're going to track this into 2024, right? And wealth is not a bad thing. It can provide more for the people that we love. So, yes. Let's talk about it. And then how will I attract it into my life? Maybe it's seeking a side hustle, new job, asking for that raise that you're scared of, whatever that is. How are you going to attract this into your life? And who do I need to become in order to become better at money management? I think even for me, it's checking the bank account every Friday. I'm going to call it Financial Friday. And just be aware of your spending. Who in my life can achieve this goal? Help me. Yeah. Who in my life can support this goal, and when will I share this goal with them? Obviously, if you have a significant other, or maybe someone at the bank, to be honest, like they might even have some things online that can help with money management. Maybe it's something you're going to seek out, maybe after this call, make a note, like I will search out money management, money tips. Maybe it's a YouTube channel that you're going to watch and learn more about. Wife says I need $1 million to have 1 more kid. my last year window. I want one more. I love it. Creative. All right, let's get that side hustle so you can, your wife's willing to have one more baby. So funny. Oh, I love it. Um, yeah, let's go ahead and finish that up. Eddie is my guy. I think we talked about this before. I was like, babe, we'll call it Financial Fridays. And then Friday came and went. And I didn't do anything about it. So I need better accountability to this one. All right. In what ways? Now, this is an important one. And I keep seeing this app on my phone. What is it? Rocket? Fire? Rocket? I don't know. I keep getting this ad on like Instagram Reels. And I'm like, how do they know that I probably have too many subscriptions. In what ways will I save money this month? Okay. So maybe it's subscriptions. Maybe it's cutting back. From Aubrey, there are some good financial podcasts out there too. Oh, nice. Oh, please share them in the chat if you can. I'd love to know, and then we can share and also follow them because that's an awesome thing to share. So thank you. In what ways will I save money this month? What subscriptions can you cancel? Maybe it's deleting shopping apps from your phone. I'm thinking maybe Amazon, Forever 21. Oh my gosh. Every like 6 months I get some stuff from Forever 21, but still maybe I should limit that to like one time a year. But even that, it's like, really? Do I really need this, Sarah? Come on. So I'm going to delete Amazon, Forever 21. I think I have Old Navy on there, but man, Old Navy never has good deals. I know, but I'm really cheap, so you guys don't even know. But yeah, I'm just going to delete those apps. I'm going to do it. I'm going to freaking do it, guys. In what ways will I earn more money this month? So there's so many ways, you guys. Obviously, part of my job is helping people to earn money online. So if you ever have any questions about that, I can go into more detail. But I'm not here to like advertise what I do. Okay, this is just me putting it out there. So reach out if you have questions on shopping, referral shopping. But there's so many things. You can Google it. You can find out ways to do this. Maybe you have a talent that, what is it that somebody comes to you frequently about? I think, creating something where you start to charge for it, it's something that if people are going to reach out to you anyway, what's a small thing that you can give that then you can say, oh, hey, by the way, I'm also doing this thing. Like I've talked to people about this before where it was something where, they were really good at, like, let's just say financial podcasts, right? They're good at money management. Maybe they work at the bank. They can actually do coaching sessions as one-on-one or as a group, teaching people more about a specific thing that they just happen to be good at. And yes, it's slow going in the beginning for most of us, all of us, I feel like, but it's something too that when you develop this skill and you start to share it, the better you get at it, right? And the better you get at something, the more people start to take notice of it. And I think it's important to know that it can happen over time. And I know even for me, like I decided to open up, my virtual studio, and I have classes online, and not only through Twitch, but now I have a Patreon as well, which I've had since 2018 actually. But I was like, if I'm going to film these classes anyway, I might as well put them up for people to have a library of classes that they can click on. And so even just doing something like that where you can maybe create a library of something, and that's just all online stuff, but there's other ways to do it, part-time jobs that are out there. And what is it that you want to do? I think sometimes it's worth it to get paid a little bit less if it's something you want to do, because you can work your way up in something that you enjoy. If you get paid well in a job you hate, that's still not worth it, right? It's not. I think it can be so draining. So, Let's see, maybe you should raid a financial person on Twitch. Do they exist? Oh, that's a good idea, creative. Yeah, that one's a struggle. Does that mean I delete the McDonald's app? Jared, that might actually save you money and help with your health goals too. So 100% yes. Honestly, sitting down for breakfast, hope I'll get traction this year. Yes, Jared, yes. Yeah, and definitely, I think just being, knowing who you are and setting yourself up for success and being open and honest about it, I think it's super important. So, yeah, we got this, you guys. Don't doubt it. So I'm going to just write down a few things. All right, when will I sit down to do this? Is the next one. Again, get out those phone alarms. Maybe you want to do this every Friday. Did I save that already? Financial Friday? I think I told you guys about it, but I don't think I messaged myself. So let's just do that. All right, 8 p.m. Fridays. It's going to go off. And deleted. Ah, way to go, Jared. Pop, pop. Dude, see? You're making waves, man. You're doing the thing. Way to go. So I wrote down Fridays at 8. How often each week will I do this? Well, 1 time a week for me. Jared is motivating me. I'm going to go in and delete my apps right now that I said I was going to delete. Uninstall. Okay. Forever 21. Uninstall. Okay. What else do I have in here? Oh, there's Old Navy uninstall. Why do I have Shein? I've never even bought anything from Shein. I'm gonna delete Shein right now. Uninstall. Okay. All right. There we go. There we go, guys. Oh my gosh. Look at this app. Sagrada Familia. I have this app. That's so funny. I'm just gonna uninstall it. I'm probably taking up space in here. Okay. All right. Done. Why is this important that I improve my wealth? What would it mean for me and my family? This is a good one. Okay. I need to go. We'll track with Vod. Oh, sounds good, creative. Thanks for joining. Thanks for saying hi. I appreciate it. Have a great day. Hope you feel better. Continued health for 2024. Oh, let me put this down here real quick. How often each week? Why is this important that I improve my health? Or I'm sorry, my wealth? What does it mean for my family and I? How will I feel when I achieve this month's goal? What can it afford me? And what has derailed me in the past? So go ahead and take a minute. Why is this important? Well, this goes with my relationships because I honestly want to have a little getaway with Eddie every 4 to 6 weeks where we just go visit a little VRBO, try out a new restaurant, have a little adventure time, and that would improve our relationship. Not that we always need to be spending money or doing things, but I find that like just having quality time together, because we both work from home, and I feel like we both get so distracted with like what we can do to make our jobs better, and sometimes I'm like, man, I haven't seen you all day, and it's true. I'm like, we got to spend some quality time together, and without the dogs, because they kind of get in the way. All right, how will I feel when I achieve this month's goal? What can this afford me? It's basically that first and second question kind of go hand in hand. What has derailed me in the past? And what obstacles can I set up my environment to be more suitable for my goals? Maybe start with a financial podcast. Aubrey, I would love that. Maybe you can send that to me through Messenger. Maybe I can even do like a Financial Fridays podcast. In my in my Sweat Life group. I didn't even think about this, but thank you, Aubrey. I think this might be a good idea for myself too. So yeah, I'll message you and get some podcasts from you, or you message me. Sagrada Familia, hi. I don't know if you'll need the app again. I know, right? That's so funny. I still had it on there. All right, guys. We gotta get moving. We only have 20 minutes left. Okay, next one. Again, hopefully you have the sheet. Reflect on it every 90 or every 30 days. And then let's see, passion, super funsies, our last one, fun one. It's gonna be great. I want to have more fun in my life. Here's what I will make happen this month that I'm really looking forward to. So let's just say it's January already. All right. So, oh my gosh, you guys, I gotta figure out my life. Wealth. Oh, there's passion. Okay. I'm gonna flip this around. Health. There we go. And yeah, go ahead and write that down because I'm getting distracted. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay. Need to clip these together. Can you even read that? Yeah, what's your January thing you're looking forward to for January? And maybe you can even write down like January, February, March, like what are the 3 things maybe you already have planned out? She's looking them up. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, you don't have to do it right now. Later on. Yeah, thanks so much, girl. Here's what I will make happen. All right. So what can I do to make this happen? Maybe it's already in the works and you're like, I'm already doing this, but maybe it's something that you chose that you're like, well, I haven't made this happen yet. What can you do? You know, is it looking it up VRBOs? Is it looking up a specific place? You know, be specific. And then right below it, let me just go down here. It says, which friend can support me in this on my new endeavor? Again, this could be a place. This could be, you know, like a trip. But it could also be a DIY project. Maybe it's Pilates, Aubrey. Maybe it's going to living something that's like, maybe it is your passion. You just don't know it. You can become passionate about Pilates, and maybe you have a friend in mind that you're like, maybe she would want to go with me. That could be a possibility, right? What is it that you want to, maybe you're not passionate about something, but you want to become passionate about it. Write that down. And what friend do you know in your life that is maybe passionate about that thing that you're like, you know what, I want to get better at that, or I want to explore that. I want to see what that's like. Maybe it's right up my alley, or maybe it's not. But it's better to find out and know rather than live a life of regret, right? So write that down. When will I do this? Look at my schedule, write down for it. Write down the date. And when is it happening? How often? Be specific. Is it once a week? Maybe you want to start with once a week so as to not overwhelm you. Maybe you want to jump right in. Maybe you have that personality that's just like, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to go all in. You know, listen to who you are. If it makes you feel uncomfortable, good. Like, you do want to feel a little bit of discomfort here because it's something new. And that's what life is. It's all about getting uncomfortable. Pilates added and a pottery class with Kayla. Also, Mom and I are going to take 2 hikes this month. Oh, so fun. Oh my gosh, I love that. You guys sound like you're living an awesome life here. I'm so excited for you guys. I love that. Pottery class. Somebody just told me I need to get dirty and like do stuff with my hands, like a clay or pottery class. That's my emotion code like practitioner. She told me, she's like, you need to play more. I was like, play? I was like, well, I guess I do choreography. Again, work related. My mind just goes there, but it's fun. But she said, no, you need to do something with your hands. You need to like maybe get in muddy. She's like, I see clay, I see pottery. So it's funny that you guys are doing that. Oh my gosh. Okay, maybe I should look this up. Maybe pottery or clay? To be honest, like that doesn't sound fun to me at all. It sounds terrible now that I wrote it down. I'm like, I don't know if that does sound fun. I don't know if it's because I just don't think I'd be good at it, and then it's just not even in my mindset. I need to think on this. I need to journal about it. I was like, I love that journey. I love that journey for you. But I don't know if I want it for myself. I'll have to think about this. Then don't do it. I know, right? What is wrong with me? I don't know. Somebody else told me, like, you should do that. And then I'm like, should I? I know I do that to people all the time. I'm like, you should do this. And then I'm like, wait, do they even want to? Like, Sarah, let them fill their own cup, right? Speaking of which, why is it important that I fill my cup? You know, why is it important that you do this? What's it going to make you feel like? How will I feel when I do this? And why is this important that I do this and seek to live a more creative, fun, and passionate life? Does it excite you? Remember the pottery lessons? Yes! Oh my gosh. See, that's what I thought of. I was like, I don't know if I had that much fun. I remember I would always make a turtle and then I'd smush it at the end of the night. And everyone's like, you're not going to burn it. I'm like, no, it's terrible. And I'd squish it. And I never actually like did anything. Like I remember you and mom, like, oh my gosh, you guys made such pretty like pots. And I did not. I was like, I don't know. I don't know if I was just like in my angst stage of life. And I was like mad at myself because I was like, I'm not as good as you guys. I suck. And I'd like ruin it so that nobody had to like see it. Yeah, it's so funny. Maybe I should try that though. Me and Eddie did go to a pottery. It was, well, actually we painted like mugs. And so we did. We have like little mugs that are painted. Yeah, you did not enjoy it. I know. I know. I was like, why am I here? So it's funny that she said that because I'm like, I don't know if that's up my alley. I don't know. I mean, I didn't like it then. I don't know if I'd like it now. Who knows? I need to journal about that. Okay. When will I do this? I think I'm just gonna go to my traveling has always been my like my fun thing. I mean, I don't know if that's like play though. I mean, I think it's play. I mean, the places I'm going, I'm so looking forward to. It's already scheduled some of these things. But yeah, maybe there is something that I need to step outside my comfort zone. So I'll have to think about this. This passion part is hard, guys. I feel like maybe I do need to step outside my comfort zone and figure that out. So, all right, how often will this happen? Wait, when is this important? I fill my cup. How will I feel when I do this? Let's see. Yeah, these are the last few questions. So I'm going to give you guys another couple minutes to finish that up while I journal as well. Okay, and the last question, you can read that. How or what has derailed me in the past from doing this for myself? How can I avoid these obstacles? And how can I set up my environment to be more suitable for my goals? Again, maybe that passion is like something at home, so you can kind of, you know, set that set that thing aside that, you know, you see every day. Maybe it is a project that you're like, I'm going to work on this and I see it and then you're reminded of it. Um, but also maybe maybe it's leaving the house. Maybe it's going and, you know, doing something new, having fun with friends, with somebody that, you know, yeah, I don't know. I'm just thinking of like, what am I passionate about? I don't know. Escape rooms? No. I'm struggling with this one, you guys. I even wrote down Batman. I was like, you guys, who am I? But yeah, I do love to travel. I did write that one in there. A lot of the vacations that I look at, I mean, some of them are work related, um, but it's also something that I'm like, I need to make sure that I'm also really enjoying it, and I'm maybe stepping outside my comfort zone. So I mean, this is something that I'm gonna think on too. All right, you guys. What do you think? Is that a good place to stop? Man, those 2 hours went by so fast. And I didn't even get to the vision dream board. But I think this was a good place to stop here. Um, if anybody wants to share something specific, I think it does help though to have like a friend, family member, internet bestie, sweaty bestie. Yeah, let me know that. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you, Stace. I appreciate you being here, and thank you guys. Thank you, Aubrey, for being here too. I don't know if you said Kayla was there as well, or Emily, but thanks, you guys. Thank you, Jared, for staying up late. Oh my gosh, get some rest now. And thank you again for taking the time. I hope this was helpful. Um, Again, hopefully you guys did print this off. And again, you want to use this. I hope you set that alarm on your phone. Like I said, Sundays is my like reflection day, so that I can kind of like sit, focus, and look at my notes, and then have a recap of just like where I'm at. Maybe this will change. You might, you know, something in your life might happen that you realize like, wow, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do, or oh wow, well this is really important to me right now. I'm gonna change this. You know, feel free to print this another one off. You know, maybe you can have one for each month, and you kind of change what things that you really want to focus on and work at. And you're going to notice, oh, Kayla's there too. Yay, I'm so glad. Yeah, but you're going to notice like maybe there's certain things that you really, you know, you start to fill your cup and now you realize like, okay, I've got this and now I can add that. And I think that's the thing. Like so many times we get so overwhelmed by all the things that we want to do, that we feel like we have to do, and then we don't do any of it, right? And I think what's important is understanding like if there's these 4 areas, like look at it like what's the most important of these 4 areas that I work on right now? And you just pick that one area, and you're going to notice once you start to get better in one area, it will trickle into the other areas. Okay, so don't feel like you have to be all in all the time, 100% mindset. Nothing's going to derail me, because that's not life. That you can expect the unexpected, right? Like that's what change is inevitable. We can never tell the future. We don't know what tomorrow will bring, But what we can do is just be present to right here, right now. And that's what you were able to do for 2 freaking hours. Um, oh, Jared, yeah, we can definitely raid Celsi. Oh my gosh, for sure. Yeah, I was gonna say too. I think just having you guys here with me is something I'm just like so happy, so grateful for that it helped me to kind of like bring out some things that I was like, oh wow, maybe I need to focus on finding a new passion. I don't know, like this that part kind of like shocked me. I was like, well, no, this is travel I love. But then I wasn't really pushing myself outside my comfort zone either. And here I'm hearing you guys talk about pottery classes and Pilates classes and getting nervous and scared and trying something new. So thank you for pushing myself too, because I feel like sometimes I get comfortable in what it is that I feel like I'm decent at and I stay in that lane. And so this is not what we're doing, right? We're gonna pick a word that's going to help propel us too. And I should have started it off with like, hey, what's your word for the year? Because honestly, when you can have a specific word tied into these areas of your life, um, I know with even like my word yes last year, with especially with wealth, like my word was yes, and I was like, what is it that I can say yes to that maybe I'm scared to do, but maybe it's worth it. And that's something that I really did push and I realized like that was a good word for last year. My word this year, and feel free to share if you guys have some words that you're like kind of contemplating, you can kind of now that you kind of did this, maybe there's a specific word that does pop out. Um, that maybe you want to like have. My word is actually manifest, and I think that's where I got the idea for getting this journal, manuscripting. This is so cool. So the first half is just really about goal setting and all that, but then it goes right into this, and this is like the daily tracker. And I just love to have something where I have some notes that I can take here on the side from my personal development. And then 3 things I'm grateful for, 3 things I'm receiving into my life, my mantra or affirmation for the day, daily energy habit tracker, how am I feeling emotionally, energetically, physically, how was my sleep last night. Today I will, 3 areas, and then today I'm celebrating reflections. And yeah, I'm just super excited about having something that I can look forward to and just go forward with. And I want to manifest these things that I want in my own life for myself, the things that I want other people to accept and be open to in their life too. I think I don't know, the word manifest just kept coming up. So yeah, if you guys have a word, feel free to share it in the chat. If you're still trying to decide on a word, that's fine too, right? Maybe you'll have a couple words. I do find that like picking one word though and having that word when you're actually looking down back at your notes and have reflection from the month past. What did I show that word did that word show up in my life? Was I willing to accept it into the areas of my passion, of my wealth, of my relationships, of my health? And I mean, there's multiple areas. We only picked 4, but there can be so many more areas of your life that if you want to work on, feel free to take some notes and jot them down and reflect on them monthly. Yes, and our next stream, Jared, is going to be on Monday, 12:30 p.m. Eastern. We will have Monday. It's going to be leg day, so January 1st. Yes, I'm still going to stream. I didn't stream on Christmas because, it was Christmas. Why not? So, but I will be streaming Monday, January 1st, because that's when I get back to a regular schedule. So, yes, we are still doing that. And let's go ahead and Jared said that Celsi is streaming. Kayla's word is trust. Aw, I love that. That's such a good word. Yeah, I feel like too, it's as you go through this, maybe write that. Stacey's word is freedom. Oh, I love that too. Such great words, ladies. Awesome, awesome words. So yeah, write that at the top of each section, okay? Or maybe it's a big part that you have some space. Write that word so that when you reflect on it, you can trust in the process, right? Trust in God, trust in who you are, trust in whatever area it is, and write that on each page. Freedom, what does that look like? Freedom to live a passionate life, freedom to have financial freedom, freedom to have a healthy physical and emotional, and spiritual body, right? Aubrey doesn't have one yet. That's okay. Still think about it. I mean, there's so many words. You can just Google and look up words. And you might even notice maybe you wrote down your word today and you don't even know you did. So look through these the notes that you took. You might notice that a word has popped out that, or maybe it reminds you of something. Yes, see you next year. Yes, I know, I love that. See you next year. I know, we're already so crazy. All right, it is almost 12 o'clock, so let's go ahead and raid Celtsy. And he's probably doing a workout. I don't even know what he's doing, but he's a great guy. He is usually does fitness streams. And Jared, thank you for the recommendation. I was about to ask, like, who should we follow next? But anyway, thanks again. Thanks for being here all 2 hours, you guys. Oh my gosh, I know this was long, but hopefully you got some energy and some excitement for the new year. And yeah, we just go have a great rest of your day, the rest of your weekend, the rest of the year, and also next year. So I love you guys. We'll do this again in 90 days. So hopefully you can come join and we can reflect on some of these things that we talked about. And again, just keep moving forward, right? Even if something doesn't work out, there's a reason for it. So remember, there's a lesson to be learned, and that's life, right? We're going to get stronger and more resilient the more struggles we have in life. Really. Because if we can overcome thing after thing, we can remember I'm the type of person who can overcome hard things. So love you guys. Thanks again. And the raid has been maybe created. There it is. Okay. So I'm going to go back and click on the button. Thanks again. Stick around. Say hi to Celtsy if you have a chance. But if not, have a great rest of your day. Love you guys so much. I will see you guys later. Bye, everybody. See ya.